was really good. Except what we're used to is I usually come out and ask how everybody's doing, and I need everybody in the room to say great. So can we try this one more time? All right. And now, ladies and gentlemen, a guy that looks a little bit like Steven Seagal. Mostly in this area. But if you've seen Seagal lately, also in this area. Please welcome the comic stylings of Floyd Haas. How's everybody doing tonight? Great! Oh, glad to hear it, glad to hear it. A couple of things about me. First of all, I'm a grandpa. In fact, thank you. In fact, I have a new grandson. I was like, I see, I kind of made some of you pause, right? Some of you hesitated, because of course he's new. I'm sure we looked at used, but we were able to get the brand new grandson that we really wanted, thanks to the government program Cash for Crawlers. This is not our first grandchild. My daughter is our oldest child of our own, and she has a few. She has a brand new baby boy and a 13-year-old girl. Now, Amy and I will take the little boy with the shopping and we put him in the shopping cart, and it never fails, somebody will walk up to us and go, oh my gosh, what a cute little baby boy, and look, he looks just like Daddy. And they point to me. I know, this totally creeps us out too. Not just because they're implying that we've been together, but because we both feel we could do better. And with my daughter, like our granddaughter, like I said, she's 13, she's gonna be 14 this year. Yeah, that's exactly. Last year I took her to the water park, and her and some of her friends, and one of the moms came up to me and she goes, looks like you have your hands full. And I said, what? And she said, your granddaughter, how old is she? I said, oh, I get it, yeah, she's 13, but she's 5'6", and yes, sometimes we have 15, 16-year-old boys sniffing around that we have to shoo away. She said, you're lucky, my daughter is 14, and sometimes I have to beat off college boys. And I said, I don't think that you have to do that. You could probably just tell them to go away. And she said, what? And I said, it sounds like you have your hands full too. And our youngest son is Tanner. Tanner is 15. He and his wife don't have any children. And the youngest member of our family, the newest member, is our daughter Courtney. She is 12. And in our home, we don't like to use the term adopted because she's a rescue. And my oldest son is Travis. Travis works for the Castle Boutique. Everybody familiar with the Castle Boutique? Okay. Maybe some of you aren't. Just so that you know, the Castle Boutique is an adult toy store, and they have the second largest collection of dildos under one roof. The largest collection of dildos under one roof is Congress. And it's weird being a grandparent. Do I have any other grandparents here tonight? Oh, okay. Well, you folks know how I feel, right? It's different being a grandparent. We still do a lot of the same things that we used to do. Look at me, I'm only 59 years old, and I'm in perfect physical shape. And I don't think that you're judging me fairly. I got something on my other shirt, and I had to wear this. This is my Halloween costume. I'm going as bloated Charlie Sheen. That's why I look like 2.5 men. But I am trying to do some things to improve my health. I'm taking the almond challenge. Anybody familiar with the almond challenge? That's where you try to eat 12 almonds a day. But I feel it kind of cancels itself out. When you realize how many candy bars that you have to eat to get to 12 almonds, it's like 4 or 5 candy bars if you're rounding up. But I am trying to lose weight. Is anybody else? Really? It seems like there should be more. Now you folks know I can see you, right? I mean, I can't see everybody's faces, but I can see shapes. No, but it is weird being a grandparent, especially being a younger grandparent. Our daughter made me a grandfather at 42 years old. And you come to these realizations that occur that you didn't know before. For example, my wife's realization that she was a grandparent happened one day. We walked into our bedroom, and our oldest granddaughter was going through my wife's jewelry box. she's taking the jewelry out, looking at herself in the mirror, and then putting it back so that we couldn't tell it had been touched. Tears started to roll down my wife's cheek because we'd seen our own daughter do this with her grandmother's jewelry box, and it seemed just like yesterday. My grandpa realization actually occurred after something had happened, when I realized I just licked whipped cream off of somebody's grandma. Is that like what happened with you folks? I just want to let everybody know that if you ever want to try this stuff, you don't want to try the spray-on stuff. You want to try the stuff in the tub, okay? Because the spray stuff doesn't hold up very well during, well, you know, hot flashes. It's different getting older, and it's weird getting older. I used to be the cool guy. Well, the other day, my wife said, Floyd, there's a pillow over here on the floor. And I said, what color is it? And she said, what difference does that make? I said, well, if it's pink, I could tell you what it's for. And if it's blue, I could show you. And like I was mentioning, you might not know it to look at me, but I used to be the cool guy. I had cool injuries. I used to be on a motorcycle stunt team. One time I looped a wheelie at over 75 miles an hour and broke my neck. Another time I came up short on a jump and I broke my back. Last week I dislocated my toe with my underwear. But marriage is compromise, right? You have to work things out together. And, you know, some things are different. We like different things. My wife likes to watch reality TV. I do not like to watch reality TV. In fact, the other day I was flipping through the channels and the batteries went dead on the remote when I was on the Bravo channel, the all-reality TV show. So I just threw away the TV. But that would be the worst thing that would happen to me after I die, is if I had to go watch, well, actually, the worst thing that would happen to me is if I had to go to Walmart and then go to the electronics section and watch reality TV shows all day. I hate Walmart. I hate Walmart. I hate Walmart. So I was at Walmart, and I have to kind of give me a break. I had to get some Fix-A-Flat and some almond candy bars and a new TV, and I only wanted to go to one place. So it starts with me right away. I go in to get the Fix-A-Flat, and I go to the auto parts section, and I walk up to the guy and say, can you tell me where the Fix-A-Flat is? And he goes, what kind of car y'all got? and I said, what? And he said, what kind of car y'all got? Now look, I was in the motorcycle industry for 20 years. If this guy knows something about tires that I don't know, I'm going to kill myself. I'm not trying to cast aspersions on this guy. I'm just saying that he's only working here because he doesn't have the hand-eye coordination to spin a sign in front of another store. I'm not saying that nobody that's smart works at Walmart. I'm just saying that if you are smart and you do work at Walmart, we've never met. So I go to him and I say, okay, I don't get it. Please tell me, what difference does that make, what kind of car I have? He goes, well, some cars have tire sensors, and they think that the Fix-A-Flat might ruin the tire sensors. I said, yeah, well, my car doesn't have tire sensors, so it doesn't matter. He goes, well, actually, Fix-A-Flat says that it won't harm the tire sensors, so you'd be okay. Then why are we having this conversation? So I just go, okay, my car doesn't have tire sensors. Please tell me where the Fix-A-Flat is. And he says, we're out of it. So I'm done with this guy, and I go up to the check stand, and there's a woman right in front of me, and she has a tattoo on the back of her neck, and the tattoo says, not crazy. We all know what this means, right? This woman is crazy. And look, a little bit of crazy is fun, right? You know, they're fun to have around the home. You never know what they might say in public. They'll go on the zip line when you go on vacation so that you don't have to. But what you don't want is to hear a noise in the middle of the night and wake up in a panic and go, oh my God, was that the knife drawer? That is too much crazy. And you don't want that. And I don't know about you folks, I've been married for a long time, but back when I was dating, women didn't come with warning labels like that. That was information that unfolded. So the first thing that the cashier picks up from my stuff is she picks up a bottle of Dawn dishwashing soap, and she goes, "Oh my gosh, this stuff is so good. You have a greasy pan, you just put 2 drops in it, and the next morning, it's clean." And I said, yes, it also works well on oily birds. You folks know what I'm talking about, right? Oily birds, Exxon Valdez, Gulf oil spill. This woman, nothing. And so she just started sending stuff on down the aisle. The next thing she grabs is I bought a bunch of gravy packets. They were 2 for $1, the powdered gravy. And I kept the little cardboard thing that they were sitting in so I could put them in my pantry that way. And first thing she does is grab that and start to throw it away. And I said, "I would like to keep the cardboard thing." And she goes, "Y'all want to keep the cardboard thing?" And I said, "Yes." And she looks at the box boy and says, "He'd like to keep the cardboard thing." And he looks at me and says, "Y'all want to keep the cardboard thing? What is going on in this place? And where are you people from?" "This is Phoenix, Arizona. Nobody talks like that here. Is there some kind of an Appalachian exchange program that I'm not familiar with?" So then she says something else, and I didn't hear what it was, and it ended in "hun." And so I thought, oh great, now I'm being sexually harassed. She was asking me if it was cash or credit, and I looked down at the credit card machine, and it has a little sticker on it that says the chip reader is working, which again I feel means the chip reader is not working, and I don't want to spend the rest of my life here. So I decide to pay cash. The bill was $80.60. I give her 100 and a 1. Do we all know what I'm trying to do here? She did not. Neither did the other 5 people that had to come over to try to figure this out, including the assistant manager who had to come from the bathroom. And again, I'm not trying to make fun of somebody's physical appearance, right? If you look at me, you can tell I have a few physical imperfections myself. One of them is I have a receding hairline. Mine is not nearly as bad as hers. And I wouldn't have even noticed it, except she's walking up to the register like this. And look, I'm not trying to make fun of somebody that has a physical condition or is a hunchback. I don't think that she even has that. She was wearing a cape for some reason. They must have had some kind of Comic-Con thing going on in the back that we weren't a part of. And she finally makes her way around to the register, and I get frustrated and I just say, "Look, if you just take what I gave you and you put it into the register, the machine will give you the answer." Just then, the original cashier appears from behind the register and she goes, "Oh, I get it. Oily birds." Now the assistant manager starts opening a roll of pennies for what? I don't know. This has nothing to do with our transaction. And she drops a few of them on the floor. When she reaches down to pick them up, I notice that there's a can of Fix-A-Flat in Quasimodo's back pocket. And I ask her, "Can I buy that?" And she looks up at me and says, "What kind of car y'all got?" Folks, that's it for me. Thank you very much. So glad you guys are having fun. You guys are really great too. I really do appreciate you. The next guy that you're going to see, you may not have seen him before, but you've seen his work. He used to work on the E! Channel, on the Fashion Police as a writer. Please welcome my buddy, Stephen Brett Young.
Hey, keep it going for Floyd! Oh my gosh. Thank you for coming out tonight.